Guys, I wasn't ready. So I left my water bottle in the car on accident, and yeah, this is the water in it. And it was 28 degrees. It was like less than that this morning when I got in my car. It was 28 degrees, and so I'm gonna wait till it defrosts. Well, how cold is it where you are? I know it's colder where some of you guys are, because we're probably pretty warm compared to some states. But I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I'm going to go inside. I'm wearing my black and white and my coat. Yeah, but I'm in the sun so you guys can see my face. But anyway, how cold is it where you are? And have a great weekend. If you're watching this on the weekend, I hope you had a great week. And let's get started with the vlog.
Growing up, I was the girl who had accepted Christ, but did not fully know who I was in Christ. Growth is what happened to me, but it's a day-by-day process. What you're about to watch is my life story turned into a blog. These blogs are how I reach others who know Christ, but don't yet know who they are in Christ. My name is Lauren, and I am not your average girl.
Folks, how are you guys? Haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks. You guys watched the last two videos, which basically captured the week that I was in Atlanta, and that was about 2 weeks ago. We're watching this video 2 weeks later. Anyway, so yeah, I have been very productive since you watched those videos. So right now I'm in the process of ordering invitations, and I'm on a time crunch. So basically the timeline is to have all my invitations sent by February. No, sorry, the out of town invitations sent by February. Did I say that? I don't even remember. Sent by February 1st, I want to say. Anyway, yes, out of town people will have their invitations the end of January or February 1st. I can't remember. But anyway, so that gives them 2 months to plan for the day. And then the in-town invitations will be sent like the middle of February, so that gives them like 2 weeks to plan. Or 2 weeks to respond, and then like a month and a half to plan. But you guys, this guest list has been the biggest feat. Today, I'm proud of myself because I just reconciled the list. So for the last month, my numbers were off. So I have an online list, but then I also have an Excel sheet list because I use the Excel sheet to pull the names to make labels. Can't do that online. But online, I use that list for like RSVPs and stuff like that. Easy peasy. But my number was different for my Excel sheet than it was online. I was missing like 2 names on my Excel sheet, and so I had to I went through that like 5 times last month, I know, and I still couldn't reconcile it. And so finally I just decided to separate it. Okay, here's our A list, here's our B list, here's our C list. Let's separate it. Yes, we have 3 lists. Crazy. Let's separate it like that. And finally I found the culprit. We had listed 2 people twice, and so I got rid of those, and my numbers are now reconciled. Guys, I'm proud of myself. Finally proud. But yeah, excuse the TV in the background. I'm just gonna let it play. But yeah, it's my wedding journey so far. I'm excited because I am doing a DIY party with my wedding party. And so we're just gonna be taking care of logistics that day, but then also having fun. So I've got some stuff planned for them. I don't want to say because I think some of them watch my videos. I've got some fun stuff to do with them. Also, we're gonna go somewhere, but I can't say right now. I think we're gonna go somewhere that will help us plan, but then maybe we might go do something fun. I'm not sure, so that we're not sitting in one place all day. But yeah, basically excited about that. Otherwise, I'm just chilling, waiting for the day. That's about it. I'm updating my mom's computer right now. And yeah, now that I got that guest list reconciled, I'm doing. But y'all, the guest list really was, okay, so I got the advice to start on my guest list in the beginning, when I first started planning, and I did, and I'm super glad I took that advice, because that changes, that list changes so much up until the point when you send invitations. Nothing's set in stone, really. And I had my list, and it was set at a number, and then it changed every month. Something changed about it. We finally got our save dates out. It changed after that. So guys, it's just crazy. I finally had to put a cap on it, and it's still not set in stone. Crazy. So yeah, that's been the fun part of planning, but I'm glad I did get that out the way. At least it wasn't significant, so at least it wasn't I had to redo the whole list. So that was a good thing. But other than that, the guest list and setting a budget, those are the two biggest things that I did first, that I got advice about doing first, and I'm glad I did, because those are the most important things that really affect your wedding. So you plan your guest list first, because whatever venue you pick, you got to pick one that's big enough or small enough for the number of people that you're going to invite. And then also, when planning your venue or when planning your guest list, you're going to need to know how much you want to spend, and that's going to determine your venue, and that's going to determine your guest list. And you know, how much the venue is probably going to determine how much you want to budget for. You know, it all works together. So if you have at least your budget and at least your guest list first, then you can pretty much start planning. Now, the mistake people make is they do that last, and then they realize, oh, we didn't get a big enough venue, or oh, we have a way bigger venue than we plan to invite people, or our venue doesn't fit in our budget. Whenever they kind of count the cost. So it's just my little bit of advice that I took, and you know, feel free to take it if you think it'll be beneficial to you. But I'm about to go to sleep, y'all, in a little bit. This thing gonna take forever. I think I might just bring it in my room and let it run. Chill out until Antoine gets off. He gets off in about 5, maybe, I hope, 5 minutes. He's supposed to get off in 5 minutes. Lately it's been a little bit longer, but we'll see. Yeah. Maybe it might be something else in this video, I'm not sure. Also, guys, my dress is in. So the dress is in and ready for me to at least try on. The only thing that has left to come in is my extra jacket, because I ordered a jacket with it. So that hasn't come in yet. They said they would call me, and I asked them for an ETA. And they said soon. So if I don't hear back from them by next week, then I'm gonna call again, because they still gotta make alterations to it. So I don't want it to be too long, because I'm supposed to have my shoot in February, my bridal shoot in February. But yeah, other than that, it is in. I anticipate that I'll get it back by the end of January. So as long as I get it back by the end of January, I'm good. Ooh, it's calling. Guys, my phone, let me tell you what's happening right now. So you see my Verizon screen is cutting on right now. I'm not gonna even edit this part. I'm gonna let y'all watch what happens. I'm touching nothing. I'm touching nothing. You're watching my fingers. The buttons are at the top. I'm not pressing the power button. I'm not doing anything. Watching the screen goes black. Just watch. And it'll just loop. It'll loop like that. I don't know what's going on with my phone. We're back at the red screen again. It's gonna cut back on. But then as soon as it cuts back on, it's gonna reboot again. So I went to Verizon today to buy a charger because my charger broke. This is like the 3rd or 4th incident with my phone. Look, I'm just not gonna even edit this part. I'm just gonna let it cut off again. You're gonna see exactly what it's doing. It's been doing this for the past 30 minutes. I was on the phone. And it just cut off while I was on the phone. It was on the charger. Now you can't say it was dead because it was at 80%. It was on the charger when it cut off, when it started doing this little funky business. The last time I had an issue with it, I couldn't hang up a phone call. No, it just froze. It froze and it cut off and I had to reboot it. But the previous issue before that, my phone, this is a Galaxy S6. I've had it for almost 2 years now. Obviously phones are not made to last. Here we go again. But had it for almost 2 years now. And this thing keeps rebooting for no reason. Now, let me tell you what you see in other YouTube videos. What you'll see is, oh, I have an issue with my phone. This is awful. I'm gonna go buy a new one. That's not my case. That is not my case. I can't just willy-nilly buy a new phone like that. These phones are expensive. I'm gonna just go to Verizon, see what they can do, or see what they can help me with. If they got a factory reset my phone, then whatever. I don't even keep any notes anymore. All my pictures are in the photos gallery. Sure, whatever they need to do, I'm gonna have to get them to do it because I just reset my phone because it was freezing on me. It was having so many issues. It was shutting down on me, but it would come back up and it would work fine. But you know, just having to wait for the phone to come back up all the time and having random issues like that wasn't normal. So I reset my phone and I thought that would help, and it did. But then now it's doing the same exact thing. Oh, and I was starting to tell you guys about the error I got. So like a few times ago, like this has happened so many times, but a few times ago, it still reboots. A few times ago, I was on the phone, but I noticed it was, I don't know, something, I hung up or something, but then my phone call screen froze, and I couldn't, it hung up the phone, but it wouldn't let me like go to my home screen to like press any apps or do anything with my phone. It just stayed stuck on the phone call screen. And so when it finally was about to go away, it said no SIM card error or something like that, and then it cleared, but then it rebooted. And then it stayed stuck in that reboot state, and I couldn't turn the phone on whatsoever. Now, mind you, I have not had any significant problems with this phone for the 1.5 years that I've had this phone. And now all of a sudden in the last 5 months that I'm supposed to have the phone, it gives an issue. Now, I'm not continuing with the contract from Verizon because they're expensive, and I found out that I could take my phone over to Straight Talk. But since my phone is acting crazy, I don't think I'll be taking this anywhere. I'm gonna have to get another phone, but I don't know how. The Lord is gonna have to make a way because I am planning a wedding. I can't just willy-nilly like buy another phone. So, I mean, I don't mind, you know, sacrificing for the time being and paying for a little El Cheapo look. At the home screen, I'm at a light. That's why. Watch when it cuts off. See, you guys have seen this. Well, I'm at a light now. Back to the beginning. It just loops like that. So yeah, I think it's something wrong with my SIM card because only the SIM card is like the brain of the phone. I can't remove. Now this is the phone that I really was debating about, because I couldn't remove the battery like I usually like to, and I can't add storage. So it's not an issue with the SD card, because sometimes SD cards like freeze your phone up like that. I can't remove the SD card. It's not, this phone was designed like the iPhone. But anyway, so y'all, I'm gonna just rant. But I'm gonna be done a little bit, because I know y'all don't want to watch this the whole time. But anyway, so it says something about no SIM card error, and it says stuck in a loop. Like, it wouldn't even boot up like this is doing right now. What it would do is it would stay black in the little buttons at the bottom. So you have the home button, but then on both sides of the home button you have like lights or buttons that are like touch buttons. Those buttons would light up, but the screen would never come on. And it was like that for like 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes. And then it finally booted up, but then it stayed stuck for a little minute, like 5 minutes, and then I was able to swipe and, you know, work as normal. So the fact that I factory reset my phone, like right now I can't even like get into the phone to like factory reset it right now. I can't do anything because it's cutting off and cutting on, cutting on. Crazy. So I'm going to Verizon. I'm gonna ask them for their suggestion. I just bought a charger from them, so I don't think, y'all, honestly, I don't think the charger did anything like that. But the funny thing is, why did it start doing this when I went to Verizon to buy a charger? Like, if I never went to Verizon to buy a charger, we'd have been fine. I think it knows that its time is up. Just kidding. Duh, Verizon is just sales. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. Figure out a way to get somebody to help me out. This thing is still going. It's been almost an hour. Almost an hour now. My other option is just to let it die all the way, but here's the issue with that. The issue with that is, it is currently at 70-something%. And I was charging it. Hold on, you'll see when it pops up. Oh, I'm moving. Never mind, it's at 72%. And so I don't have that option to just let it die unless I just don't use my phone for the rest of the night. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all stretch your hand to the screen. This guy said, okay, so he was pretty much helpful. He gave me the number to the place that fixes smartphones in my area. Cool, I knew about them. I don't know why I didn't go to them first, but I think they're closed, so I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But he also said, well, we can also add another line and then kind of, you know, switch everything from my current phone to the other phone, and then I can just, you know, pay off the phone in my own time. But what he's talking about is the Verizon Edge program, and basically instead of being tied into a contract, you're on no contract. You have to pay off 60% of the phone before you can upgrade, and you can upgrade in less than 2 years depending on how long it takes you to pay off the phone, or pay off that 60%. So I knew about that plan, but I decided that I didn't want to do the Edge plan because phones are expensive, and 60% of the phone is ultimately less than the actual contract cost, the cost to get in the contract. And so yeah, I said no to that plan initially. And so, see, normally people would do that, but I just I'm not interested. Not interested. We'll see. I'm headed home now with my phone that's restarting every moment, every second. You just love it.